What if Atraxa didn't have lifelink, death touch, vigilance, or flying? And instead of being a 7/7, it was a 3/5. Well, then it would be something like Marina Vendrell, because it also, when you play it, draws you a crap ton of cards. It's enchantment themed, 5-color, commander, legal, brawl. Let's go. Welcome to the Attic. Manadad here. It's the channel where we explore what's fun in Magic, mostly on Arena. I try to get out a Brawl deck at least once a week, and of course, whenever they make a 5-color commander, it's very popular, and that looks like no difference here for Duskmorn. Here we got Marina Vendrell, 3/5 human warlock. When she enters, reveal the top 7 cards of your library. Put all enchantment cards from among them into your hand, the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. And then has a tap ability, lock or unlock the door of a room. You don't have to worry about that. What we're worrying about is cast this, draw up to 7 cards. It's usually like 5 cards at least. It's pretty crazy. I've been testing it out. Let's take a look at the deck as I built it. This is the Marina Vendrell Enchantments deck I wanted to build. I don't think it's the most competitive build. We'll talk in the end of the video about what you could do to make it a bit more competitive. But, you know, we'll see. I haven't recorded the games yet. Maybe I'm going to get 100% win rate. And then this will, my little caveat here will seem useless. But we do have a ton of powerful cards. You have no shortage of, I love Enchantress cards. But we're not, we could be running what's called Enchantresses, which are these creatures that whenever you cast an enchantment, you draw a card. We're definitely going to run Sith. It's only 2 mana. There's another 2 mana one that's not an enchantment itself that I'm not running. There's, you know, whatever that one is from Theros. That's 3 mana. There's classic Verdurn Enchantress, which I don't believe is on Arena. So there's a bunch, and there's even the, what's it called? Enchantress's Presence, I think. The 3 mana enchantment that also has an enchantress effect. But since our commander draws a ton of cards, I cut all those. I cut those out. And I went for more ramp and more splashy big plays and a little bit of removal. To make it more powerful, more competitive, let's say, add more removal perhaps. But let's take a look. Land tax, not necessarily ramp, and it is more like draw, but because we are trying to hit 5 colors on turn 5, land tax is going to be pretty good, and it's just a 1-mana enchantment. We have some stuff like Unable to Scream and Witness Protection, which is going to play. We could play it on our opponent's commanders, just turn them into blanks. Pretty good. Birds of Paradise, Delighted Halfling, Gilded Goose. You pretty much know these. Utopia Sprawl also is a 1-mana ramp. Does have to enchant a forest, so we're a little heavier on forests in the mana base, and we've got a number of fetch lands to fetch them. So I haven't had a problem testing, but we'll see as we play. High Noon, this is interesting. I kind of want to slow a lot of these decks down, and High Noon can do that, or you can just cash it in to deal 5 damage to any target, including going face, which is nice. Reprobation is another one of these like blank your opponent's creature's effects eaten by piranhas. Is a way to do it with flash speed. Owner of the Sea, this is a draw spell, but it's just a little bit of help for us to, you know, shape our hand. Open the Forge. Roiling Vortex, going to punish our opponents who are cascading and doing all their shenanigans with the other commanders you see all the time. Paradise Druid. Sanctum Weaver, this is what you really want for ramp. Add X mana of any one color, where X is the number of enchantments you control. This just gets absurd. Wolfwillow Haven, another 2-mana enchantment-based ramp. We got some 2-mana artifact-based ramp. Because our commander is 5-color, Fabro Elder, made the cut. You don't have to put it in, but I just love the idea of tapping this for Wooburg, for Marina. I do have combo in this deck. We've got Phyrexian Unlife and Solemnity, so I put in Idyllic Tutor and Moonblessed Cleric to kind of get that combo together. That's a way to win. I think there's probably a competitive build that builds more around that. So we'll talk about that at the end of the video. But we got Rhystic Study, of course, Smothering Tithe. You know, people put those in any deck, not just enchantment-based decks. Hallowed Haunting is one of our big win conditions there. But we got value. Fable the Mirror Breaker. Dryad of Elysian Grove is going to help us cast stuff. Gift of Paradise enchantment ramp, Glittering Frost enchantment ramp, Sanctum of Fruitful Harvest enchantment ramp, Courser of Crufix kind of ramp, kind of helping us get lands off the top of our library. Enduring Vitality, this is another new one. This will turn our creatures into ramp. We might have a bunch of little creatures from Go Shintai, for example. Not really playing that many shrines, just the one shrine, but you know, Go Shintai can be a value play. You could build a shrines deck with Marina. I'm sure somebody has. Strength of the Harvest. I just put in 2 lands in Glasswing Grace, the Modern Horizon dual-faced MDFC lands that also are enchantments on one side. Calyx, Guided by Fate, you know, from the enchantment decks, formerly in Standard. Nightmare Shepherd is an enchantment creature. It's going to bring back our creatures. So there's good value there. Binding of the Old Gods, enchantment-based removal and ramp. Buried in the Garden, enchantment-based removal and ramp. Meathook Massacre, enchantment-based board wipe. And he joins up is removal. Plus, it's going to double trigger our Marina as if we needed that. Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Really a 3-mana enchantment-based ramp, because we'll probably cast it for impending most of the time, unless we draw it late. Mirari's Wake, just an absurd card. Kioribus, the Sea God, Virtue of Persistence can be removal at 2 mana, and then also come out as a big enchantment. Greenhouse can help us with fixing, and then Rickety Gazebo. I always have to look what this does, but it's like just mill some and draw a card. Just a little bit of hand shaping. Roaring Furnace has got some removal, plus we can help us draw cards. Colossal Sky Turtle is just a all-around utility creature. Overwhelming Splendor is another one people run at the top end, especially in an enchantment-based deck. We got Meatlocker, Drowned Diner, Unholy Annex, Ritual Chamber, just some of my favorite rooms from the new set. Duskmourn, Glasswork, Shattered Yard, Walk-in Closet, Forgotten Cellar, Moldering Gym, Weight Room. Not all the rooms, but I tried to put in a decent selection of them so we can get a little bit of value out of her second ability. Although, honestly, if we play her, we restock our hand with a bunch of stuff. Hopefully we've won the game at that point. We'll see. The cool thing about these commanders that have the good ETBs is you almost want your opponent to remove them, so you can just cast them again and draw more cards. That's the problem of facing off against Atraxa, which if you've been playing Brawl recently, I'm sure you've fought against your fair share of Atraxas. This is a bit, speaking of fair, this is a bit more fair version of that effect. You only get to draw the enchantments, and it doesn't have lifelink and death touch and vigilance and flying, but so it's not gonna save your butt in a pinch necessarily. But yes, big mana base. That's the deck. Check out Overlord of the Hauntwoods special message here, and then we'll see some matches.
Hey, it's me, Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Actually, haunting and overlording are just my hobbies. My day job is managing the YouTube algorithm. I try to make sure lots of negative, conspiracy-laden clickbait shows up in your feed. You know, nightmare fuel. Whatever you do, don't like, comment, or elder gods forbid, subscribe to a channel like this one, okay? We don't need your feed filled up with people who genuinely enjoy playing Magic like this so-called Manadad. He puts deck lists and other useful links in the description. He even shows real win rate stats at the end of the videos. Yikes. Clicking on positive, helpful videos takes away from the time I could be spending haunting woods or putting my friend Writhing Chrysalis into draft boosters. But you don't have to take it from me. 9 out of 10 players who want to unban grief agree. Now let's see. What is your racist uncle clicking on today? He has impeccable taste. Let me send some of those videos your way.
Try to get a Brawl deck out about once a week on this channel. Sometimes they're budget, sometimes they're competitive, sometimes they're just fun, like this one. But if that's the kind of thing you like, consider hitting that subscribe. And technically a 3-land hand. We'll keep plenty of ramp. Hold it. Why are they mulliganing? Wow. Super Golos mulligan. And, alright. 1 game, 1 win. Attempting to pop off with the wickedly talented Marina Vendrell, Adina Menzel, Aruna Rumor. Alright, we can get green. Keep. Let's go white green. On the way to the Howlet hunting. Temple Garden. Pay 2 life. We like to live dangerously. Atali. Need to find our way to shut down that Atali. If we can. I'll just play this as a tap land for. Actually, I could have ramped there. Too late now. Next turn, Howlet hunting. And we start doing fun stuff. Eulalia. That's a good card. Can't cast Marina? Let's do like that. Need some life. How about I turn that into a 4/4? What do you think of that? What'd you think of that idea, opponent? Still a couple turns away from Atali. Don't speak too soon. Urbrask Forge, sure. Annoyingly taking stuff out of our graveyard. Actually, I think I just take the 4. All we can play is eaten by piranhas? Okay, well. You've now been eaten by piranhas. One, two, three, four, 5, 6. The graveyard. We got 3 cards in hand. Brotherhood End. Okay. We can't quite. Forge off the table. We can't get the vitality, so we'll make a goose. Goose is on the loose. Alright. No land, no land, no land. That's not a land. Put a forest into play tapped. Let's do breeding pool. Just tapped. Let's see. I could Kiora. It's pretty good. Dracosaur. It's 1 turn to be shenanigans. There's a tally. Hit something useless, please. Goshen tie. Well, somewhat useless. Lumra. Cray cray. Last week was 5. But now. Tap down your whole board. Okay, I think, is that enough? Opponent's at 3. There's a card named Naturalize. Wow. Blows up this, but that doesn't affect their power and toughness, apparently. Endurance. It's my graveyard. Target permanent an opponent controls. Well, I guess we'll... Should we take their 4/5 or should we take their 5/5 flying first strike? Just take a blocker. We should have them, right? See what we draw. Oh, wait, we can take out at least one blocker. Well, I think we got him. I think I'm going to block 2 of these 5/5s. We got him. Good game. That is the power of Marina Vendrell. Just had a bit of a sneeze attack. Advanced pardons. If I need to sneeze again. Can feel it tickling the nose. We'll do a Verdant Catacombs, get something probably with... Well, we've got green and black here. So maybe we'll do green and blue? Or no, green and white. We'll do green and white so we get land tax. Instantly down 3 life. Plus playing land tax, which we may never need against an Arabella deck. Yikes. Should probably, before I shocked myself for 3, probably should have taken a better look at that. Okay, well, Phyrexian Unlife could come in handy. We can eat Arabella with piranhas if we can get a blue source. Aho! Ask and you shall receive. Oh yeah, we got to name. I think we're just naming human. Not going to be any counter spells in a. Well, there could be mana tithe. Oh, wait, they have Giver of Runes. Whoops. That's a big oops.
That is a serious punt.
From the end zone, he punts it. Oh my goodness, this could be the longest punt in Super Bowl history.
I don't think I've been that excited for a punt. What a punt.
They're ramping with Signet. Crew bar. Attacks and drains for a bunch. Darn it. Alright. Misty Rainforest. White. Green, blue, black. I guess it doesn't matter. Gotta save ourselves some life here. Because we already had blue, so should have gotten. Well, we could get red out of this, right? I don't know. Maybe we should have gotten a different color there. Don't like that welcoming vampire. We're down to 10. Valgavoth's Lair. I mean, I think I have to Phyrexian Unlife here. Or no, I have to get rid of this stupid Giver of Runes first. Wait, can it target itself? No. Why did it tap like that though? I need white. Did Auto Tapper just screw me? I think Auto Tapper just screwed me over. Oh, okay, I guess not. All right, depending on what we hit off the Marina Vendrell, we could put the lockdown on Phyrexian Unlife, or I think we're just toast. We get an extra, what, 10? So that's kind of like the equivalent of a gain 10. Wedding announcement. Draw your card off your vampire. Not attacking with the 2/2. Interesting. Because I guess they can kill an enchantment. Oh, so they can kill the Phyrexian Unlife. Maybe they don't understand that. Okay, what do we got? Let's start with the Marina.
Let's hope they can't figure out to remove the red. His opponent figured out the crowbar trick. Yeah, okay. Good game. Ginger Allen Poe, not dumb. Quoth the Raven, nevermore. Trying to pop off with the Marina. Sailing the boat from the Marina. Against Ruby, Marina versus Ruby. Two names that are so magical. They could only exist. Magic the Gathering. You've never heard the names Marina or Ruby outside of Magic the Gathering. Alright. Shock into a goose. Polluted Delta. Just go use that to find white and green. Oh, I need to find something that has black or blue in it. Okay. I've got black and blue with Watery Grave. We'll get an overgrown too. Pass the turn. Ruby, go haste. Ruby, go haste. Let's just slow him down. Oh, they might have a protection spell that costs a green. Didn't even consider that possibility. No attacks. I could attack to send a message, but no. Fight rigging. Hide away for 5. Oh, Moonbless Cleric is interesting. Let's see, because yeah, we can take their fight rigging. Guess we could have also marined there, but this is probably just Ruby round 2. Defense of the Heart, okay. Let's hope that woods. No attacks. Quirion Beast Caller. Robber of Rico. Luckily, I've got the big creature in play now. This is a possibility for adding to the deck. Oh, well. Hallowed Haunting. Hello. Are we even worried about Robber of the Rich? Oh, they're gonna. We just made a creature. I forgot that that makes a creature. High noon. They want a 2-for-1 here. He can be my guest. Best thing with High Noon too, once you get the rooms down, then you have stuff to do with your mana that's not casting spells. We're about to see what their combo is here. Ooh, a tally. Okay, well, you're about to find out. High Noon, you can't cast your spells. I guess they get one spell. Bloodbraid Elf, perfect. Try to cast it, opponent. Just try. That's your one spell per turn. Alright, we need to Marina next turn and get some stuff to kill these guys. We could crack the High Noon. Holy camole. That's a big Atali. I could stop 4 damage. Should I just die? Oh man, I got a double block. Never feels good. Never let that Defense of the Heart crack, I guess. Underestimated opponent power levels. Ooh, do we not have enough mana to crack this? Well, yeah, I guess we're just dead. Whoop. Okay, so 50% win rate, but 2 of those wins were like early scoops. I don't even know if I'm going to put them in the video. So, yeah, it's still got a lot of play in 30 minutes. Pretty fun deck. Let's talk about how you improve this. I would go on the Competitive Brawl Discord and just start looking at what the 5-color competitive decks are running. You probably want to run like Golos, like some of the commanders, even like Prismatic Bridge. You know, definitely take out some of these big things because you saw we can just get rolled over by fast decks. So even anti-joins up might be a little too slow. I don't know. Maybe just more board wipes, more early game interaction. I think the amount of ramp is about right. You could maybe trim a little bit of ramp, especially at the top end. Obviously, Mirari's Wake is just like more fun rather than a do-nothing 5-mana card. I mean, it's great if you have the time to do it. High Noon, so more stuff like this that really punishes people. Roiling Vortex that punishes all the Atalis that are out there and such. Is probably good, but fun deck. Really enjoyed it. Hope you did too. This is Mana Dad reminding you Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. Adios.